How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be ranking all 30 Season 4 team affinities and which ones I'm going to go after first. I talked a little bit about how to prepare for Season 4 team affinities in a previous video, and I've been able to unlock 5 of these cards by simply doing the exchanges. The first card coming in last on our list is 97 overall Signature Series David Price. Just don't think that card is as good as some of the other pitchers. Still a very good card, right? I want to mention that all of these cards are extremely valuable. They can all be used on a variety of difficulties. We have Jim Edmonds at number 29. You could maybe switch this card with Duke Snider right here, but I think the fact that he has increased clutch and a little bit better contact and power versus right, then I would probably go with Duke Snider over that Jim Edmonds card. I like Duke Snider's swing a little bit more. Coming in at number 27, Marco Luciano. And I thought about ranking this card a few spaces or a few spots lower than 27. But the fact that he plays shortstop with the third base as a secondary, he's got a good amount of speed, 100 power versus both sides. I thought he was better than the previous cards. Number 26, Paul Molitor. This card has some value because he plays a variety of positions. He also has a very quick swing. A quick two-handed swing. I like those types of players, so that's why he's ranked in number 26. Number 25, Gary Carter. Definitely a solid card. I was not thinking about this player, honestly, but we get Gary Carter. Definitely a good player. I think I would probably go with a couple different catchers in this specific Season 4 Team Affinity program. John Olerud coming in at number 24. This card has a little bit more power than what I was expecting. This card might be more valuable than what most people think. I don't think he's the greatest, but I think he has some value there. Wade Boggs coming in at number 23. I have this card ranked a little bit higher than John Olerud just because he plays third base and first base. Very similar cards all around. And I also want to mention, feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to post your thoughts in the comment section down below on maybe some players that you think I misranked. But here we have 22, Ivan Rodriguez. This card's pretty good. This card's definitely got some values, got some good speed. I'll have maxed out defense pretty much. And he's got great, offensive attributes as well. Brett Saberhagen coming in at number 21. This card might be ranked a little bit too high. We could probably drop this card down a few spots, but I still think he has some value with that very slow changeup. His K/9 attribute is pretty low, and that's why I think he could have been ranked a little bit lower than 21. Coming in at number 20, Hal Newhouser. This card was pretty good in MLB The Show 19, I want to say. He was a part of the XP reward path. I'm pretty sure. It might have been last year. But definitely a solid card. I don't believe he has outlier, but a couple of these other pitchers do, so I have them ranked a little bit higher. Jimmy Rollins coming in at number 19, 99 overall Jimmy. This card should be pretty good. I've always liked Jimmy Rollins in MLB The Show. I just think there might be a few better shortstops we could select. Jason Giambi coming in at number 18. These cards in the middle of the pack are pretty good. They're all good, really. But these are pretty tough to rank, I want to say. In the middle of the pack, I thought was the most difficult to rank because you could put Jason Giambi ahead of Eddie Matthews. But I think Eddie Matthews has some added value because he plays third base. He does have some great offensive attributes. Not as good against lefties, but I wouldn't use this card against left-handed pitchers. I would definitely platoon this player. And just for the sake of that reasoning, you might rank this card a lot lower than 17. But Julio Rodriguez, this card I originally had ranked a little bit lower. But after looking at him, I'm not too familiar with the way he plays or his swing in the game. But this card's all around pretty good. His lowest attribute is his speed. But I would use that card in a corner outfield position. Might not matter as much. Greg Maddux coming in at number 15. This card is a little bit underwhelming to me. I was expecting to see a little bit better attributes all around. But definitely a solid card. Greg Maddux is always good as well. 99 overall Luis Gonzalez coming in at number 14. This card could be ranked a little bit higher. Right, he will have gold defense, which is the highest I'm pretty sure we've ever seen Luis Gonzalez fielding. He also has great offensive attributes. The one thing I don't like about his card is the big long leg kick that he has to go with his swing. Vinny Castilla, brand new legend coming in at number 13, plays shortstop, and I would only rank this card this high at the parallel 5 tier because I wouldn't use that card with silver defense at shortstop. Same type of thing with Gary Sheffield. I would not use this card at all at shortstop, but he does have a few secondary positions. I'd probably use this card a little bit at third base, Probably not in the outfield because he doesn't have the best reaction, and that I think matters a lot more in the outfield. Barry Larkin coming in at number 11. This card is extremely good and could honestly be ranked higher. I think that's the first time I said that, but I think this card could be ranked in the top 10, if not the top 5, depending on what you're looking for. But Craig Biggio, I think, has a little bit more value. Having the catcher as a secondary position, 85 speed, will get up to 90. And he's got good all-around attributes, right? Good power, at least good enough. Great contact, good vision. That's definitely a good card. Now, here's where we get into the top 10. Tom Seaver at number 9. I don't know about this ranking. I'm kind of going off of years past. I think Tom Seaver is very good. However, they did mess with his motion a little bit this year. I think Bob Feller is a little bit better than Tom Seaver. I was expecting to see a little bit higher walks per 9, which will affect the ability to get perfect on the pinpoint pitching meter or analog, pulse, whatever it is you're using. I'm surprised to see that Walter Johnson has a lot more control. He's got a little bit better. He has increased hits and K per 9, at least on average. He also has outlier 1 and 2. Bob Feller only has outlier 1, so that might make a difference. Bob Gibson also throws extremely hard, does not have the outlier quirk, but this card is very good. We don't see the card art here, but the fact that he has a sinker that's more of a primary pitch, I think he might be a little bit better than Walter Johnson, but it is hard to say. Walter Johnson does have the sinker as a secondary pitch as well. Bob Feller with it as his 5th pitch. So I'm kind of just analyzing that a little bit. 97 overall, Trevor Hoffman makes it into the top 5 because this is the only reliever in this type of program. I think this card has a lot of value. Great changeup as a primary. I will definitely pick that card up and throw him in the rotation, or at least a bullpen. Frank Thomas coming in at number 4. This card's absolutely insane. Speaks for himself with the offensive attributes. Number 3, Adley Rutschman. This card has extreme value because of the maxed out defense. He's got decent speed, great contact, and he's a switch hitter. That's really where the ultimate value comes in there. Honus Wagner coming in at number 2. This card plays pretty much every position on the field with a great swing, increased power, 99 speed. I mean, you just cannot beat this card unless you're Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle is the best player out of Season 4 Team Affinities. This is, in my opinion, non-negotiable. This card is above and beyond every other card in this program. I think it goes Mickey Mantle, Honus Wagner, a couple pitchers, and Frank Thomas, and everybody else, right? Everybody else is way below those top 10 players, at least in my opinion. But we do have 5 of these cards unlocked. I don't know why it mentions 39% when I did all the exchanges the same way for the NL West Season 4, but that's what it lists. We'll go ahead and take a look at all the packs. I'm not going to open all these packs quite yet, but you know which players I'm going to go for, right? The top 5 players are pretty much the first 5 I'm going to select here. We do have a couple from the AL East, and we'll have to make a decision there. That's a given in terms of Mickey Mantle. The next player I would select would be Adley Rutschman, and then we'll go from there. So these are the 5 packs I'm going to go ahead and open, as well as the other packs. I'll include that in a separate video. But I'm College Lefty, and those are my Season 4 Team Affinity rankings. Peace out.